Welcome to Ancient Secrets Channel. Have you ever met someone whose presence fills a room without saying a word? That's aura, and Yukio Mishima lived it. Not with charm or status, but with silence, intention, and steel-like focus. In a world that's too loud, too fake, and always chasing attention, Mishima chose something rare: self-mastery. He proved that when your inner world is disciplined, your outer world shifts to match it. This video isn't about changing who you are. It's about sharpening what's already inside you. Let's explore how Mishima forged a presence so powerful it still echoes long after he's gone, and how you can do the same. Part 1. Aura is forged, not given. Aura isn't luck. It's labor. It's the sum of what you believe, how you carry yourself, and the quiet force of your intention. Yukio Mishima didn't stumble into presence. He built it through daily rituals, emotional clarity, and unwavering discipline. An aura is like a signal, an invisible field that tells people who you are before you speak. When your words, thoughts, and actions align, you become magnetic. You don't need to fake energy. You need to refine your truth. What are you radiating when you walk into a room? That's where the building begins. Part 2. Train your mind. Like a blade. Mishima treated the mind like a weapon, one that must be sharpened daily. Before he could command attention, he had to command himself. Mental clutter, like distractions, endless scrolling, and reactive emotion, was his enemy. You can do the same. Practice stillness, journal your intent, and remove the noise. Mishima followed his own code, and so should you. Define what you stand for. If your thoughts are disciplined, your presence will carry power. True aura starts in the silence between your thoughts. That's where strength begins. Not in volume, but in clarity. Part 3. Presence begins with the body. Before anyone hears you, they see you. Mishima understood that posture was power. Every gesture, every breath carried weight. Start with the basics. Stand tall, breathe slow, move with intention. Confidence doesn't rush, it walks in rhythm. Training your body through martial arts, weights, or even mindful walking builds not just muscle, but self-respect. Mishima moved like a man who knew who he was. When you move deliberately, the world mirrors that energy back. Think of your body as the frame of your message. What does it say before you even speak? Part 4. Respond, never react. A man who reacts is a man exposed. But a man who pauses, who observes, who chooses, becomes unpredictable and powerful. Mishima practiced emotional restraint not to suppress feeling, but to own it. You don't need to be cold. You need to be in control. Start noticing your triggers. When someone tries to shake your peace, respond with calm. That stillness makes people unsure, and that's where your influence grows. Emotional stillness is a rare weapon in a loud world. Use it, and you'll never lose your center to someone else's chaos. Part 5. Speak less, say more. Words carry weight only when silence is respected. Mishima wasn't loud, but when he spoke, people listened. Why? Because he didn't chase approval. He spoke from conviction. In a world full of noise, your silence can be your power. Don't explain yourself to be liked. Speak clearly, then stop. Let others sit in your stillness. When you're grounded, you no longer need to convince anyone. Your energy speaks first. Let your words reflect what you already know inside, then walk away. That's confidence. That's presence. And that's how legacies are felt, not just heard. Part 6. See everything, say little. Before Mishima moved, he observed, he studied people, energy, and timing. That's what made him powerful. Train your eyes to see more than faces. Watch for intention. Listen to tone, not just words. In meetings, social events, even conflict, wait. Observe before you act. Observation isn't passive, it's strategic. You'll speak less but say more. And people will notice your presence, not because you dominate the space, but because you understand it better than anyone else in the room. This is how Mishima controlled his world, not with noise, but with awareness. Part 7. Be unapologetically yourself. Nothing is more magnetic than a man who knows who he is and doesn't flinch. Mishima didn't play roles. He embodied his truth, even when it made others uncomfortable. If you're always trying to be liked, you'll never be respected. Stop editing your personality. Own your edges. When your words and actions align, people sense it. It creates trust, even if they don't agree with you. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be real. When you walk into a room with that kind of authenticity, the world pays attention, even when you don't ask it to. Part 8. Control the energy you bring. Every space has a frequency. Mishima's presence could shift a room without a word. That's the power of controlled energy. If you walk in scattered, needy, or uncertain, others feel it instantly. But when you show up grounded, calm, focused, unshakable, you don't have to demand respect. It happens naturally. Your energy is contagious. Protect it. Breathe before you enter the room. Set an intention before you speak. You're not here to impress. You're here to own your space with quiet power. And people will feel that before you say a single word. Part 9. Build rituals, not just habits. Mishima didn't become unforgettable by accident. He practiced, daily, with discipline. Start simple. Observe the world for 10 quiet minutes each day. Reset your posture. Speak less in public spaces and watch more. Look yourself in the eyes every morning for 2 minutes. Build that inner familiarity. Control your breath and pressure. These aren't hacks. They're rituals, sacred acts of self-respect. Your aura is not just about what others see. It's what you commit to when no one's watching. Keep showing up like your presence matters. Because it does. The blade is you. Yukio Mishima didn't chase presence. He became it. Through clarity, discipline, and complete self-ownership. His life was art, his silence was power, and his presence unmistakable. You don't need to raise your voice to be heard. You don't need to chase to be seen. Become the blade, sharp, silent, intentional. Build your aura not to impress, but to reflect the depth you carry. If you made it this far, drop "I am the blade" in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Ancient Secrets for weekly wisdom that sharpens your edge. Until next time, walk your path, live your truth, be undeniable.